Hey Gemini, how are we today? I'm just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just doing a bit of everything sort of reading. I do have I'm starting us off today with the Angel Answers deck. So if there is a burning question on your mind, we're going to look into that. So have a bit of think about that while I'm sort of talking. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. After we have a look at, the answers that you need currently, we are going to have a bit of a general look with this deck, which is the Oracle of the Fairies. Okay, get some clarity on that one as well. And I am going to be pulling, I feel like I want to pull a card for family and a card for friends as well, so we can have a look at what's going on around you with platonic energy as well. Okay, so I am using the Jester Lenormand as our Lenormand deck this week. Okay, so getting into it, Gemini, have you got that question in mind? The answer Gemini seeks, please. The answer Gemini seeks. What is the answer Gemini needs? Wait. I'm going to grab a second one of those, Gemini. Yes. So wait for the yes. Now is not quite the right time. It's a matter of waiting momentarily there. Eventually you do have the potential of that being a yes, but there's some stuff falling into place behind, under the surface that we're needing to sort of wait for some other things to, fall into alignment there. We'll get some clarity for that question, that answer for you as well. Clarity for Gemini with their answer, please. Okay, pretty straightforward. A lot of you, the hidden energy on the bottom of the deck, we do have the ring. So for a lot of you, that is a relationship question or answer there that we're seeing. Not necessarily a romantic question. It may be just a platonic relationship. I feel like for a lot of you, you're asking something about what to expect from a relationship or what somebody's feeling for you. That kind of energy is coming through. We do have the Tower coming out with the Scythe. Okay, so with the Scythe, we do see that's that wait for it energy. We're waiting for some sort of sudden unexpected change to come through. Right now we're in this Tower energy. Okay, so the Tower energy is somebody taking the time to themselves to think about things a little bit more clearly before they can sort of move forward into that sudden change, that unexpected change, breaking free from their own past. That kind of energy. The Tower sometimes can talk about somebody who is a little bit stuck in the past here, somebody who maybe has some sort of authority, that they're dealing with. They're needing to sort of break free from some sort of authority before being able to move forward with this situation. So, I'm just sort of getting that vibe of, somebody sort of, it's kind of coming through as waiting for permission from someone who has authority in their life. That may be just sort of spiritual permission as well, that kind of energy, but they're sort of needing to have a bit of a breakthrough before they can sort of move forward into or you yourself, Gemini, having that bit of a breakthrough, spending some time alone, thinking things through before we do see that sudden change coming through there, leading us through to the Book energy. Okay, so the Book energy does show us that, there are new chapters. Once this yes hits, that's entering that new chapter. Yes, this story is going to be written the way that you want it to be. Yes, everything is, turning the page for the better. It's just a matter of, waiting for somebody to finish reading the page that they're on first is kind of the vibe I'm getting with that there. So I hope that answers the question that everyone had on their mind. Obviously, everyone's going to have a different question, but hopefully that answer resonated for you all. Okay. Now, moving on into a bit more sort of general energy of yours here, Gemini. Okay, important message for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know right now, please? Okay, we have the fairy spotting card there. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Okay, so a strong message for you to have faith at the moment. Things are going to come out the way that you want them to. It's not a matter of waiting for, the proof to come and show itself to you. It's a matter of believing that what you're wanting is definitely on its way for you here, Gemini. I'll get some clarity for that. Important message for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know right now, please? So starting strong with your intuition here, we have the moon coming through. The moon is about things that, are a little bit sensitive to you emotionally. But overall, especially with that fairy spotting energy, it's really about, following your intuition, listening to your intuition, getting back in touch with your intuition. Your intuition comes from your heart, not from your head, okay? So once again, it's that, that believing is seeing. So you're not going to see that reality come around until you truly believe it in your heart here, Gemini, and allowing your emotions to believe and have faith that everything is going to work out the way that you need it to, that you're feeling these emotions for a reason. They are guiding you in the direction that you need to go. Okay, so when it comes to intuition and that believing energy, if something doesn't feel right, believe it. If something does feel right, that's the direction you need to sort of head in. Believing in your emotional component, believing in your own intuition here as well. All right, we do see the stork coming through, which is that's that idea, formulating kind of energy where you're really sort of rolling things around and really formulating these ideas on how you can get things moving and sort of shaking. So following your intuition when it comes to, oh, that's a really good idea, and following through on those ideas. We do see that your intuition is probably giving you a lot of ideas at the moment. But with that stalk there, it really does stir up that movement, get things going for yourself. Starting off with, giving you all the idea of which way you need to go, where you what you're feeling drawn towards, and stirring that up within yourself, stirring up your emotions in order to, get you to follow that new energy and stir that new energy up for you. So I do feel that for a couple of you here, Gemini, that some of these emotions that are getting stirred up are quite uncomfortable, but it's all coming down to this snake energy. All right, and so the snake energy, you can see with this particular deck, the snake is up here in a kite, which is very, very unique to this particular deck, because it allows us that freedom of allowing our passion, our ambition to soar, to fly free, to really be following our true desires here. The snake energy can talk about, physical desire. It can talk about physical intimacy, and you sort of having some sort of idea of where you're going with that. But ultimately, it's talking, your desires, this intuition stuff is really leading you toward, how can I stir up these emotions in a way that is pulling me toward my true desires and ambition within, whatever it is that's going on for you here. For some of you that may be, career ambitions, others it may be love and those sorts of things as well. But we're definitely seeing that your intuition is giving you the right ideas, and it's just a matter of, putting the passion into those ideas. And, if you're following it with enough passion, it's, believe it, it's going to work out exactly how you need it. And then, down the track, you are going to see the fruits of your labor, so to speak. That snake energy, it finds its way around anything. Okay, it's a very serpentine energy there. It doesn't hit a brick wall and then stop and turn around and go back. No, it finds another way around that brick wall. So I feel like for a lot of you, these ideas are showing you, cracks that you can sneak through to really follow your true desires here, and your intuition is backing you up this whole entire way. So a lot of strength with your intuition at the moment, Gemini. All right, but we'll have a look into friends and family. Okay, so we'll start off with friends. So platonic relationships around you, the friendship group, your friends, those people that you hold close to your heart. Okay, Gemini, what does Gemini need to know on the subject of friends? We have the house energy, Gemini. So stable, secure. There's not that much. We don't see movement generally with the house energy. It's just very stable, secure. You do feel at home, safe, nestled amongst this friendship group, this friend. We do see a lot of safety for you, a lot of stability. Things kind of just feeling like that nice little safe little bubble around you. So nothing nothing too dramatic going on with friendships at the moment, I feel, for majority of you. We'll have a look at family. What's going on for Gemini with family, please? And I did pull another deck out as well, Gemini, which I feel like I am actually going to use after we have a look at the family card here. The card you have for your family, we have the Sun. I'm going to get a clarifier on that because I am already, feeling that it's a little bit more than just the surface level sun energy. The sun card really does talk about happiness, okay? That warmth. Once again, we're seeing the friendship group, we're seeing that warmth coming from the home fire, and then with your family, we're seeing the sun warmth coming through. So a lot of you may actually have some have that sensation of being friends with your family as well. You may be, very close with some of your family as well, and that kind of feels like it's bleeding through. That can talk about family essence as well. But we all know family is what you make it. So your friendship group does seem to be a very strong family pull as well. That tribe, so to speak. But with that sun energy, sometimes it does bring things to light. It also, it can, reveal certain things. So I'm just wanting to just double check if there's anything we need to be aware of being revealed to our Geminis from family. Is there anything needing to be revealed to Gemini from the family energy, please? No, we just have the heart coming through to reveal things to us there. So if anything's being revealed to you, it is just the fact that you do have a lot of unconditional love around you when it comes to family. So no big concerns there either, Gemini. But the other deck I have grabbed out that I will now sort of use for us, we do have the True Love Oracle. So we'll go into love as well for you, Gemini. Okay. 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 What does... Oh my goodness, these cards just do not want to shuffle today. What does Gemini need to know about romantic love, please? Talking to myself a moment ago there, Gemini, you may have pegged that or not. I was just being told to grab you another one of these cards in regard to romantic love as well. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know in regard to romantic love, please? Thick and syrupy. Okay. Time is thick and syrupy for you at the moment, Gemini. That's a bit... Maybe it's got to do with this question you asked initially, the weight energy, because we do see precious time coming through with romantic love. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. All right, so there is this energy when it comes to romantic love of, I am once again getting drawn to that wait energy, that there may be a need for you to sort of wait for things to sort of develop a little bit further, to take some time to yourself to think about things a little bit further there, but also to really focus on living in the moment when it comes to romantic love, focusing on, clarity of moment rather than worrying too much about what's happening tomorrow, what's happening a week from now, a year from now, whatever, because we do have the card of abundance coming out for you as well. So, romantic love, we do see a treasure hoard here for you, Gemini. A lot of potential romantic love around you and abundance around you. For some of you, that I'm feeling that there may be a connection with romantic love and your actual financial abundance in the future. Okay, so some of you may be, entering some sort of romantic situation with, like somebody you work with. You may be, having a romantic situation and that developing into like a business partnership, that kind of thing. A lot of the time when we do see that abundance card, it does talk about, actual wealth as well. But, for those of you where that is the case, it's headed straight towards, this cave of wonders for you, this financial abundance, gold. The tunnel is full of gold. It's there's light at the end of the tunnel because that light is made of gold, reflecting back at you there, Gemini. So overall, pretty good reading for you today, Gemini. It's a nice break actually sometimes to see such lovely energy coming through. But if anything, time is just asking you to sort of just at the moment focus on believing rather than pushing things to happen or whatnot as well. Also with that card there, being mindful not wasting others' time romantically. If you're in a connection and you don't see that potential abundance coming through with that person, really consider not wasting this person's time and allowing them to find their abundance elsewhere. Abundance also can just talk about a lot of options romantically as well there. So, I will just get you one or two to clarify that as well. Okay, romantic love for Gemini. Getting an interesting energy off that. It is a bit of a side message, I feel, for somebody. This may not resonate for everybody. We do have the mouse energy as well as the lily. Okay, so it's talking about, for some of you, this is something that you thought that you lost within romantic love like a long time ago. So it may be for some of you even asking you to look back at your even your childhood and the way that, you understood love when you were a child and because it's something very past. Like it does feel like it's long-term past, like past history here with love, and it's long-term. I'm talking like 10 years at least. It really does feel like it's been quite a long time. With that lily, the lily is the long-term energy. For some of you, you may have been in a connection for quite a long time, and it's there's something eating away at you about that, about the longevity. Yeah, so I do feel like that's what it is for a lot of you. It's something eating away at you about this timing, the time frame, the long term, the longevity of this connection. Once again, I'm take you back to your intuition. Following your intuition here. If you feel as though a certain love relationship has run its course, or it's reminding you too much of childhood trauma or immature love, it just feels like for a lot of you it's sort of eating away at you. You kind of know that something has run its course, or that the time is over, the time is coming to an end, or it's time to focus on the abundance rather than, allowing this to impact and eat away at your energy and your abundance. The lily does also talk about being very emotionally intimate with yourself as well, being very vulnerable with yourself as well. So I do feel for a lot of you, there's something that's sort of niggling away in the back of your mind, to do with the long term of the connection. So whether this is, you thinking about, does this connection have the long term potential, or some of you thinking about something that's happened a long time ago when it comes to romantic love, or even just the way that you have, learned from childhood how to understand romantic love. There's something coming into question. It's kind of been niggling away at you, um, about the way that you look at love, but in the long-term aspect. So going back to the cards we saw for your family, and we did have the heart being revealed here with that sun energy. For some of you, the answer may lie with your family. All right. When it comes to romantic love, there may be something about something someone says or says to you about love that just sort of really makes you, you know, clue on and have this, because this does feel like a lot of you, it's this inner thought that's been sort of eating away in the back of your head, that that something you have lost already, or something that maybe even needs to be lost. And it's wrapped up in a lot of emotion here. But this is something long term. So once again, that time being very important here. Make the most of your precious time. Don't waste anyone else's time. Do you have a lifetime to spend on, this person that is a waste of your time? That kind of energy is asking you to maybe question yourself a little bit deeper about that, if you do want, to enter into the cave of wonders and receive your full abundance when it comes to love. It feels like, this abundance is sitting there waiting for you, and it's a matter of you being very intimate with yourself about, what you want for yourself with love in the long term. And that obviously you want that abundance. You want love to make you feel like you've discovered a gold mine, a treasure that no one else has got. You want love to make you feel like that. And, there's just something eating away at you that, maybe even just stresses you out a little bit, that you're needing to just assess that energy and really follow your intuition and believe that things will work out how you need them to, how you want them to. It's just a matter of maybe, assessing your innermost feelings about that long-term potential, especially for a lot of you. All right, but that's what we have for you, Gemini. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But hopefully I'll see you all soon.